This episode is brought to you by The Voyage of the Minotaur, a steampunk fantasy adventure. Available wherever fine ebooks are sold, and now at Amazon in both Kindle format and a brand new paperback edition, with free Prime shipping, I might add. Hello Minecrafters, and welcome back to the Drawing Board. I'm HistoryWes, aka Wes Allison, and this is the last building we did, the little house, the last time we were here. But I have to tell you, I actually came on once again and fixed up this little garden and turned this little house into the cartographer's cottage. And I filmed it, or so I thought, and guess what? I forgot to press record. So much for that. So I did a whole episode and only realized at the very end that I didn't really have an episode. So here we are. We have started at this end of town, doing phase one of our little project, and worked our way around. Over to here. So we are a little more than halfway through the village. I say phase one because that is redoing the houses. I'm going to call that phase one. And phase two will be landscaping, and then phase three doing the outline areas, and more details on that later. So here we have the library. And we are going to redo these two little farms. We'll do that first. Okay, when I thought I was recording that episode earlier, I told a little story, so I'm going to retell that to you right now. Some people have been asking, where is my second Nature's Beauty episode? Nature's Beauty is a mod that was created by Wells Knight. He calls it a Vanilla Plus mod because it doesn't actually change the game, it just adds things to it. It adds a whole lot to the game. When you go to the crafting table, there are something like 200 pages of crafting recipes. And I have decided that that is not for me. If you like modded, that's going to be a great mod for you to use, but that's not for me. I'm not into modded, apparently, and I just find that too much. So let me tell you the little story I told before. When I was a kid, I used to spend every summer with my grandparents at their home by a lake in Oklahoma. And on Sundays we would go to church, and afterwards we would go either home and hang out by the lake, or sometimes we would go out in my grandfather's boat. And it was awesome. It was my favorite time of my life, for the 6 weeks each summer I spent with my grandparents. Well, one day on a Sunday we were just leaving church, and we decided that we would stay home and hang out on a little patio that overlooked the lake that my grandparents had. And of course, if you're going to do that, it's hot, summertime, you really need ice cream. So on the way home, we stopped by one of the two little grocery stores in the small town of Chelsea, Oklahoma, which is the nearest town where my grandparents lived. And in fact, they lived in Chelsea for a great many years before and after that. And we pulled up at the store, and my grandfather ran in to get ice cream while my cousin and my grandmother and I waited in the car. And a few minutes later, my grandfather came back out, and he got in the car, didn't say anything, just pulled out of the parking lot and drove down the street. my grandmother and I and my cousin just looked at each other, didn't say anything. And we went to the other grocery store in town, and my grandfather went in, and he came out a few minutes later with a carton of vanilla ice cream. My grandmother just kind of gave him this look with her eyebrow raised, and he said, "That other store had too many flavors. This store only has chocolate and vanilla." So that's my grandfather, one of the greatest men I've ever met and known, probably the greatest man I've ever known. But confronted with too many flavors, he just couldn't deal with that situation. And that is kind of the way I feel when I am playing Nature's Beauty. There's too much. I looked at I was trying to build something, and I went through the menus to figure out what stuff I was going to build to work in this house. And by the time I picked something, I looked up, and an entire Minecraft day had gone by. So that was part of the reason that I decided Nature's Beauty is not for me. The second part is I've tried to play several times and either been immediately killed or, well, yeah, killed by either mobs or drowned because I keep spawning at the bottom of the ocean. So I don't know what the situation is about that. It is a beautiful, beautiful setting that you get created when you play the game. But yeah, it's just too much. If I was playing it in creative, I would probably like it. And maybe I'll do a creative version, creative game later in Nature's Beauty. That might be interesting. But playing survival, I just can't do it. It's just too much. So here we are back at the drawing board. Let me turn down that music. There we go. I happen to like the Minecraft music. I've mentioned on one of my other videos that I have a downloaded both Minecraft albums, and yes, even though they're downloaded and digital and we don't really have albums, they still market them that way, so I feel perfectly fine saying album. But I've downloaded Minecraft Alpha and Beta album, and I listen to them at night when I go to sleep. Some of them are very soothing, others of them are a little on the weird side, especially the music for the Nether in the end, but still, good stuff. So I'm planting a potato garden. The gardens that are already naturally in this farm are probably plenty large for any player to use. If you were playing this in survival, this would be more than enough produce for a player, probably even a couple of players. But the fact of the matter is that I'm not actually planting here. Something's wrong with my hoe. Okay, there we are. Just a little lag. I wonder, nope, I'm the only one on the server at the moment. Anyway, in real life, farmers would have much larger fields, huge fields that would be stretch out around the countryside. You'd have like things that you couldn't see the end of. And that's what we're going to do eventually. After we create the town here, if we get the town finished, redesign, we're going to make some huge wheat fields that surround the village. And those will be the wheat fields where the farmers are growing the wheat to sell to market. And I think we'll probably put in a mill too. But these little farms here are just places for the farmers to grow their own food. All right, laggy. Let's so this one, carrots. And this is pretty realistic. In the olden days, which is most of human history, people would have their own personal gardens. Even in cities in early times, they would have gardens. And I was talking about my grandfather. He always had his own garden. Of course, it helps living in Oklahoma, where you throw anything in the soil and it just grows. I live in the Mojave Desert today, and nothing grows here without a great deal of time and effort and money. Over the years, I tried to grow all kinds of things, and sometimes succeeded even, but never been worthwhile as far as profitability is concerned. Okay, I need one more section of fence here. Alright, there's that. So we got two nice little farms here. Now, what are we going to do here? I think in this corner, we need some kind of a little storage place. So, just make a little shed. I've been looking at these buildings, and we have a little bit different. Okay, we got logged off there. As I was saying, this mixture of styles and materials is a little more realistic than if I were building them all of the similar style, which is what a lot of people would be tempted to do when redoing a village. Because in real life, towns grow organically, springing up piece by piece over time as new people move in and things are built and old things wear out or catch on fire or are hit by tornadoes, speaking of Oklahoma. So, let's use some stone bricks. We haven't really used any stone bricks in this town yet, and this makes a pretty good storage barn. Okay, this is more like a storage shed, really. Say hello there to Cocoa Butter. He's one of the moderators. Recently enthroned moderator at the drawing board. He says your place seems cool. Let's see. Thanks. Whoops. Try not to yell at him. Thanks. Just started, really. Alright, so we'll go. Oh, there he is, flying around. Alright, and we'll do not there. I think we'll just do a window on this side, and we won't put glass in because this is just a storage building. And what are we going to do here? Okay, it's almost square. So let's do a pointed roof. Okay. I am an expert at throwing things that I don't mean to throw or don't want to throw. All right. There we are. And put some pieces in the corners here. Give us something to build on. And I don't think I want the roof any taller than that. So we will take some spruce planks and just fill up that top. There we are. Okay. Now inside. These people seem to have access to quite a bit of that glowstone, and cover that up, give it a little more rustic look by adding trapdoors. There we are. And I was just eyeballing this, but it looks like I accidentally got about the best size here, I think. So because in Minecraft 1.12, of course, you can't put chests touching each other. You can in 1.13, which is like one of the greatest things they've done, I think. Okay, so that's what this place is. This is just a little storage place to keep all their vegetables. And let's get a shovel. First of all, let's get a mixture of some oak wood, some coarse dirt, and then So long ago this had a dirt floor, or a rather wooden floor, and since then it's just been knocked down to mostly dirt over the years. And likewise, we need a little texture variation here on the outside. So let's see what we got ourselves. Some cracked stone brick and some smooth stone. Cracked from the bottoms especially. And we are, let's see. See, now people watching this who have seen me play on the Wells Night Patreon server are going like, see, you do know how to do texture variation, and of course I do. It's just that the look I was going for on that site was something very different. Alright, so we need to also do this bottom section here. And let's add a couple of pieces of mossy stone down here, mossy stone bricks, because it's down in the earth. Okay, that roof looks a little too nice too. Let's see. So let's give us a come back to this. There we are. Okay. So we got some weather places where the roof's coming apart. And yeah, even got a hole over here. Yep, I think that looks pretty good. Okay. All right, and of course, we want a spruce door. That's the door for the broken down storage barn. Okay. So we got a broken down storage barn here. That one's just hanging down. Okay. We got our two little gardens here. All right. Next time we'll take on a bigger project, which will be to redo this house. We're also going to move it back. Let's see, probably back 4 or 5 blocks. We'll keep it the same size, but we'll be completely redoing the roof. We still need to redo this farm, redo this library, which will probably require it to move up and back. This, if we're going to keep it at all, we'll have to move out here, maybe. We need to redo that and this. And again, it needs to be a little bit away from the road. And that whole path needs to be redone. Okay. So, we'll approach that next time. So thanks for being with me here at the drawing board as we are working on transforming this village. Appreciate you stopping by, and look at me float. Have a great day, everybody, and most of all, keep on Minecrafting. Bye-bye.